So I'm looking at Generac here. You can see here GNRC, and what they do is they make generators for individual homes, and you can kind of have power when power goes out in your city or something. So it's a good product for sure. And the reason I actually started paying attention to this is because I have a scanner set up to look for stocks that extend themselves too far beyond the Bollinger Band. So back here on this day when we had this nice spike of volume, I actually sold calls up above this because it kind of came out of nowhere, and typically stocks that just bust out of nowhere, they end up kind of coming back down within the Bollinger Band. So I sold calls up above this, made a little bit of money, but then I looked at this and thought, this is kind of an opportunity. So I threw it in my opportunity watch list, right? So over the last like month or so, I've been watching this stock and waiting for another set of volume. So I didn't want to just jump in here and think, oh, it's going to go to the moon. I wanted to wait to see, okay, is this something that could actually do well? And also I'm looking at this stock, and look at this back in the day, just a year ago, it was up over $500. So this is obviously a stock that's been beaten down a lot. It's kind of come down, had its low, tried to fight a little bit, came back down, didn't go down below that other low, and then now it's had that nice volume push and it's accumulating like that. And so then I'm kind of sitting wondering, okay, when's the next time we're going to get that nice volume push? So we had a little bit of a push here, and it's a bit of a fake out. It kind of goes over the topping point here and wicks back down, but there was no volume. I mean, there's a little bit, but not a ton, right? Not like we've seen over here or what we're seeing over here. So for me, it's like, okay, chill out for a little bit. Let's wait and see. Now, of course, in hindsight, if I just bought a bunch of contracts right here, this would be an amazing trade. But what if I jump the gun, I don't wait for the volume, I don't wait for the right signal, and then the stock ends up tumbling all the way down here and I lose a bunch of money, right? Now, I don't want to do that, so I just want to stay patient and wait for the volume. So we still kind of continue up like this, and we break out, still don't really have that good of volume, and then here we have a red day with like a little bit of volume as well. So for me, it's like, okay, let's keep an eye on it. Now, here's the day where we really get that good push, breaking through the previous high with some conviction, and we have a nice big green full bar, right? So that's a full day of buy-in with a whole bunch of volume as well, right? And then we have a second day to follow up. Now, for me, I don't want to be buying right at the top, so I'm going to chill for a sec, wait to see what happens. Of course, we have the inevitable breakdown day, take everybody's money, see ya, thanks for coming out. And then this is exactly what I wanted to see. We bounce off that 15 EMA and we get another really great green bar pushing up with a whole bunch of volume right here. So that to me is my signal to be like, okay, I'm going to get in. So I entered on this day, the next day here, and I ended up just buying one contract. So just for now, I limped into the position. Now, of course, I wish I just bought 3 or 5 contracts. It would have been an amazing trade, but I don't want to rush into something, put 5 contracts down, and then all of a sudden it fails from there. So I limped in at one contract. I bought the August 4th 134 call. So you can see now we're in the money. I bought it for $9.30. It's now $14.95. I'm up $570. So it's a great trade so far, but I kind of want to see what happens, right? Now, this isn't a recommendation. Just go hop on and buy Generac. I'm just showing you what I was looking for when I got into this trade, so you can kind of use this for the next stock that you're looking to get into. So as we start to break through like this and we kind of come up, I was down $150 at the end of the day, and my plan was this morning to buy a couple more contracts. But then in the you can see on the 15-minute here, in the pre-market, it just started to break up and then had a huge, and I didn't want to buy up here, so I was kind of waiting to see what happened. And you know, we're still moving along. Yeah, I wish I had 3 contracts, but I don't, so that's how it goes. So now that I'm in the trade, I've established I have my volume, I've established we're breaking through previous highs. This looks like a good volume breakout. Now we are extended up above the Bollinger Band, but a lot of the times when I see this, because I sell options usually above this, typically the stock kind of moves for another 2 or 3 days. So here's the first really good green day. We might have another day of a push and then one more day, and then it's probably going to be overextended. Now that's no guarantee, but that's what I see time and time again. So I look over to the left here and I see, okay, this was the previous high, right? This other one, another time that there was high, and there was a ton of volume here as well. So you draw a line out and, oh, look, we're actually passing over that. So that's a really great sign as well. And then we can kind of come back over here. We had this part of this breakdown here, but then this is when we had another breakdown and we kind of got slammed down here as well. So for me, it's kind of like, okay, this could also be something, but this is kind of farther out because it's all the way up to 175. So for me here, this nice breakdown here at 150 with this huge volume that's smashing it down, that's probably going to be the next resistance level. And it's also a great psychological level. Just, you know, it's 150 bucks, 149, 150. So a lot of people are probably going to be looking at that and thinking like, okay, this is a good place to try to get to, right? So for me now, the goal is, can we push all the way to 150 and then I'm going to get out? So we see here on the 15 minutes, it's having a great day. I'm kind of been waiting for a cool down a little bit to come down so I can add to my position, but I might not even get it and it might end up just being a great trade and continuing up. We'll see what happens. But this is kind of what I'm looking for. I want to see accumulation, some nice volume, a nice push through resistance, waiting for the volume, staying patient. I want to limp into the trade with like 1 or 2 contracts, depending on your risk profile, and then add to that position as I start to see it working in my favor. And then I want to look out to the left and kind of see, okay, where are some smart resistance points with heavy volume on them that would probably be a destination we could try to get to. 150 is going to be it. So let's see what happens over the next while for this trade. I'm up 610 now, so we'll see what happens. But overall, this has been a great trade so far. Now I need to stay conscious, not be greedy. I have to stick to my plan of shooting to get to 149, 150, and possibly adding to my position as we go, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully this gives you a great idea of how I'm looking at trades when I go to put on like a swing trade or a quick options trade. You know, this is great for any trade you go to put on. Always wait to see the volume. So somebody with way more money than you is jumping on and you just want to hop onto the rocket and go along for the ride. I hope this helped out. Thanks for sticking around this long. If you don't mind, like and subscribe if you did find some value, and I'll catch you on the next one.